was with you, maybe it was vibes. When you're with her, it's vibes. So what exactly is that?
It's not vibes on vibes.
No. You liked the girl?
Yes. And I thought they were a nice person. So it's not like I'm leaving them because there's something wrong with them, but it's because there's something right with you.
Oh, you're fine. Yes. We already got the babies.
I ain't trying to get no babies, okay? I'm trying to get no babies. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Because there's actually one particular relationship that when we were not dating, you had gotten together with this girl, and I actually felt bad when you broke up with her. Imagine, guys, I felt bad when you broke up because that girl was such a sweet. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, me too.
She was such a sweet girl. But I was like, man,
it's one of those relationships that, because of that, I wish I never started it. Yeah, I wish I never started it. And
she was a sweet girl.
She was a very sweet person, and she was very, very down to earth and God-loving girl.
Yeah, I liked her. Imagine. Essentially, she was my competition, but I liked her.
Yeah,
she was a really sweet girl.
That was the stiffest competition, by the way.
Really?
It was.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, I remember.
Someone had actually considered that is a possibility for life.
Wow.
Yeah.
So I was under trial and I did not know.
Yeah.
I remember there's one particular day I came when we were still like here and there. Like tuko tumeweza kuongea tena. Huyu kijana wewe umenipitisha sana. And then I come, I was looking good. Oh, I was looking so good. My crop top, my jeans, nilikuanga na the shoes, the sneakers, not so I was like boyish, but now like with some blue jeans, and then I used to have like a figure. From Belly you wouldn't know, but from other areas you would know. And then when we have a crop top, black and white. I mean black and white and blue stripes.
Yeah, and like a belly ring.
I used to have like a belly button ring, and then I had blue hair, done my makeup nicely. Ooh, because yes, I had a class. Nani? Yeah, boy. Kuno kivi, guess what I see? Nafungwa TV mlango. Kila mtu na mtu wake, kila mtu na mtu wake. So imagine, nilisikia machozi hapa. Hapa. Nilisikia machozi hapa. I was like, what am I doing here, Michelle? Why? Unapakanalia. Oh my gosh, how she now? Imagine nikafungwa hivi, nikanok, funga hivi mlango, it was you. Na demu yako, na demu yake. And I was like,
kajisikia kama spare time.
Hiyo siku nilisikia vibaya, mpaka nikasema never again. Mpaka nikapata ni excuse ya let me go and buy some soda. Ni kama nakuja kuhang out na demu yako. Nonsense. That was my excuse. Ndo nitoke ni go. Na niku cancel. I was like, this is the last time you can come for the fool. And then, ni nani? Imagine akatoka nini? I was like,
yeah, let's go buy soda.
No, but that spoke so much. And I was like, that's not right for you to do that.
It wasn't, yeah.
Because imagine, udema amekuja kuchill na wewe, mimi nakuja na extraness yangu na knock, and then me when I want to leave, yana nataka kuenda na mimi. I'm like, wow. But you knew.
I knew you was disappointed by what you see. Yes.
So what was your plan?
I had no plan.
You had no plan?
I had no plan, but I was not going to lose.
But you had another girl in the car.
I did. And I'm sorry.
What exactly?
My mind was not made up at all.
What exactly was your thought process at that time? Because sikukuelewa. I'm like, why you got another girl over there? Why are you following me?
In my mind, I really thought both of you understand.
Understand what?
That this is a polygamous relationship.
Mimi. Polygamous relationship.
Yeah.
No, but you must have known, because both of us really liked you, Babi.
Yeah, I knew.
And you were just playing us for the fool.
No, I wasn't.
So what would you call that exactly? Because when I was with you, maybe it was vibes. When you're with her, it's vibes. So what exactly is that?
It's not vibes on vibes.
No. Nonsense.
Yeah. I didn't have a plan. It was just impulse that I just stood up. And
yeah. So anyway, that was I feel like our dating phase was a short time, but it had so many things that were happening at that time.
Yes.
And then now, fast forward to I got pregnant. Did I ask you after that? Like why? I think I asked you. I told
why
you
she doesn't come around anymore.
No. After that situation of me gang and then getting you guys chilling with your girls. I remember I asked when you followed me. I asked you, what's up, Manzi? You vibe with me, then nakuja nakupata na mademu wengine. Like, so you just tell me if you want to chill with other girls, because I'm not a one man, many women kind of girl. Yeah.
Did you?
Did I? Maybe not.
I didn't.
I feel like maybe I didn't.
You said you want to get some soda. I was like, let's go get some soda.
Then Michelle na ujinga nikarudi na nikachill now. Kibabi.
Yeah, we were one big happy family.
I don't like it. So fast forward, I got pregnant, and then now I think hapo ndio sasa ukachana na madem. I hope. Nope.
That's not when I started leaving them up in Yuma. Yeah, before I got pregnant.
Okay. Yeah, but because I like 2 issues. But I remember that you used to call me when I was at the hostel, and I would just look at your call. I was like, look at this fool. Nakata hiyo simu. And then sometimes nakumiss, then I pick simu yako. But anyway, yeah. So now
there were others that were not so detached, but eventually.
Oh, some other girls. So how did it go?
Well, I just had to draw a line. I was like, okay, now my life has changed this way, and this has to stop.
What do you mean your life has? Oh, after I got pregnant. So you told them that my life has changed this way.
I'm not going to be a father, and I really want to be the father that I always wanted to be. And so I can't do this anymore. I now have to be a husband and a father.
You said that? Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, things changed.
But I'm so proud of you. Like, you actually got serious. When I knew you, and like the ego stage, and the like, you're so playful, you wanna like do everything, to now after I got pregnant, then you held me down. So I appreciate you for that. Yeah. So guys, yeah. Afterwards now is when now our friendship like really, really solidified.
Yes.
Because now we were always with each other. Mimi nikibaki home, yana kienda hustle, akirudi jioni, we chill with each other. Sometimes it would be hard for him to talk in the morning. Because we just want to chill. We just want to we really enjoy each other's company, which is why I think our relationship is the way it is, because at the forefront we are friends before we are even partners.
Yes.
Yeah. Ilika tumeongea na resurface some feelings.
This episode has not gone how it was supposed to go.
How did you think this episode was gonna go?
I didn't know. I didn't know what you wanted to talk about all that.
No, as in I just wanted I wanted us to share.
Yes.
And also show people that our relationship hasn't always been smooth.
No, it hasn't.
Because you see, like some
a lot of the nonsense I was responsible for.
Most of it, all of it. Mimi, I've always been that girl, but then me, I hold you down.
Yeah, I've always been a good girl. Yeah.
But yeah, it's just wanted to show you guys that even though on social media, oh my gosh, like we have had our rough patches of in our relationship, but eventually this is where we are at.
Then after you got pregnant, and then we had babies.
And then we had babies, yeah.
So nothing ever. What did you feel about that? Now that we have babies, what did you feel about our relationship at the point that now we had babies? Like, let's say after they're born,
Just say what you want to
after
say.
they're
Baby.
born,
Just say
and
what you
6
want to
months down
say.
the line, maybe.
Uh-huh.
What did you think about our relationship?
I felt like it was really trying, especially for me, because at that time we weren't living together.
Yes.
And then Ian would come on weekends, because the rest of the time he was still in school, and then he was still on but on a hustle. I used to feel like it's very trying, but I really thank God for my sister, because at that time I even had 2 house helps that used to help me with the kids.
Yeah.
So, and then there was also my sisters, and then it was the first twins in the family, so all of us were pretty excited. But I did. Can I tell you? I never used to wonder, Ati, what you were doing. If that's what you're wondering, I never used to wonder. Like, all my attention was on these 2 babies.
Very cute babies.
And then, like, now I'm a new mom. I don't know anything. I don't know I'm supposed to breastfeed. This one is waking up. This one is I was just like juggling.
Yeah.
So yeah, but I always appreciated the fact that you would put in time to come and see us, and it was a priority to you. You know.
Yes.
A lot of times the experiences that we experience in life, they're not good ones, especially like for us in our childhood, and you not having a present parent. So it really shaped you to know that you want to be present in your kids' lives
daily.
Yeah. So I think that's also something that I really appreciated about you, and also for me, because I didn't have my mom, I was very, very hands-on and very, very involved in like the parenting process and making sure that I do everything. Sometimes a little too much, because I didn't accept help when it was offered to me, just because I felt like I need to do it because I need to do it my way. Micromanaging. I need to do best. Micromanaging means like, even when we were still dating, you could tell I had micromanaging habits about me, couldn't you? No,
I really found out a lot about it when we had children, and I actually thought maybe it's the children that have changed you.
No, I've always had that tendency because of the way we've been raised by my dad. Like my dad, it's kila kitu ikwe hakuna uchafu, hakuna mchele, hakuna.
I used to want the baby's clothes to be here, the pants here, the shirts here, the socks here, the sweaters there, and don't just put anything anywhere. And I used to be like, wow, are they not all there?
But you see, Babi, when you come to find them, how will you find them?
Yeah, I understood later when I started living with you.
Yeah, and that's a whole other thing of trying when you start living with someone. Then you start noticing like tiny habits about them, like
realize this guy is not so neat right now.
But I appreciate that you're at least clean.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's a big one for me.
Yes.
So yeah, I think that sums up everything.
When we moved to Imara.
Yes.
Did you think we would last?
What do you mean at when we moved to Imara? You remember in Great Wall at some point I told you, by the way, it's over. I'm gone. Baka my sisters actually asked me, wewe Michelle unataka kuwa a single mom? Twins, yeah. I remember she asked me that, and I really sat down and I thought about it, and I'm like, the thing that I want us to break up about, is it really that big that I can't overlook it?
What did you want us to break up about?
I don't even remember. I don't even remember.
Wow.
I don't remember, but I remember it was also a trying time for us, especially that transition when now we were trying to get on our feet by ourselves, like us being able to, cater for everything. It was a lot. Miss Jamaliza Shule, Ian, Amimaliza, but everywhere that is applying to, either the salary is too low, or the experience level is
too high.
Like, really? You want somebody who is freshly graduated but with 7 years experience, how they gonna get that 7 years experience? They're freshly graduated.
Yeah.
But yeah, at that time is when I wasn't sure we were gonna last. But then later on, after we got through that, I was just like, and even right now when we still go through our challenges,
so how did we get through it?
How did you get through it? As in how?
How did you get through those challenges? Because I know people have challenges and they want to know. You guys had challenges. Okay. How did you get through those challenges? 'Cause they're
Like for
going through them.
example, tell me like an example of a challenge.
Well, our income was low. Combined income.
Almost non-existent.
Almost non-existent, yes. Yes. With twins.
With twins.
Rent. Food.
Okay, so at the time, when we moved to Imara, right?
Yes.
At the time, and this is, I think, a conversation that we have had with a couple of people going through it. So imagine going from, because in Great Wall, we were living at my sister's house. A big house, to think it was like a 3-bedroom, everything provided for. Like, we were living a bit local. So imagine now going from that to a tiny, like the tiniest 2-bedroom you have ever seen. Like, kitchen ilikuwa ka corridor. Sitting room it was really, really small.
Kitchen ilikuwa size ya hii kiti.
But you know what? I remember the very first time when we were actually going to look for the house, and I remember you showing me that house, and I remember you told me something like, I know the road is bad, I know the house is small, but we'll make it. And I remember when I entered that house, it had so much light. It had like so much, it was pretty, it had so much natural light, but it was small. And I remember I just smiled and I told him, you know what, baby, this is where we are starting, because that's essentially where we were. That was our first house together. And the lesson that I can pick from that is, don't be afraid of having to start fresh. Don't be afraid of having to downscale your living just so you can be able to get to where you need to get. Don't be afraid of what people would say. They used to be in a big house, now they're in this tiny house. Because actually, where we used to live, Nyuma was a slum. Like, see at Nyuma, but like
behind
it was literally behind. Yeah, it was behind the house.
You were on the edge.
We were on the edge, by the slum.
Yeah.
And yeah, I remember just being in a place where I really didn't. It wasn't so. Seek focus on what other people would say. I just realized that this is the stage of life that we are at. Is it a good stage? Obviously not, but it's a season. You know, with everything, it's a season. Yes, you're going through this challenge right now, but it's a season. Itakuja na itapita. So we went through that season in our lives. Happily, we found places that we used to like. I think what I would say, because when you listen, what I would say to somebody who's going through, for example, those challenges, especially like maybe financial, is it's a season and you'll pass through it. And even when you're in that season, try and make the best out of it. We found places that we liked. Kuna ka joint kamtura. You guys know us, we love mutura. Kuna ka joint kamtura. We found kase hapo, and then we used to take walks, and then like, because the house was really tiny, the interactions.
Fish and chips.
We used to go eat fish and chips.
And chicken. Fanta orange.
Fanta orange. Like, it made us even closer as a family, because now we're in this small space. So our interaction is almost always guaranteed, because you'll run into somebody because the house is so small. But what I would just say is, don't be afraid of starting fresh and going through that season. Yes, it might not be the best season of your life, but believe me, it will not last. Itakuja na itapita na itaisha. So yeah, just, and then also being understanding, because at that time I had zero income. I used to get jobs here and there, but the rate that I would charge, it would just ilikuwa tu ni kama nimeenda fair kurudi. So he was also really supportive, because at that time he had a job. It wasn't like that well paying, but it used to cover everything. Because now we had to downgrade, because now remember, guys, to tunaishi how ilikuwa, is it 60,000? How much was it? 30,000. 30,000, yeah. It's 32. It was 32 around there. So imagine now we have to like really downgrade to a house that we can afford comfortably, because hatutaki saa kwanza ku struggle and not having even food, because all our money is going to rent, you know. So yeah, just support your partner in that time, because at that time I wasn't earning anything, so Ian would cater for everything. I would just make sure that I take care of the kids, and it was a really tough space for me, especially mimi kujua vile mimi sipendi kuomba do. I used to find it so hard. But I just had to understand that it's a season. Yes, there were those bad days, but we would pray and we would ask God, even in this season, help us go through it, and He did.
Yeah.
It's
that time that we discovered faith.
Yeah.
Because we learned about prosperity. We learned to confess financial prosperity in our broke times.
Even when you don't see it. Yeah. That's where it started, by the way. It started years ago.
We had to believe that we are rich. And we didn't have any money. And let me just tell you guys, by the way, if you keep on praying and results don't come, it's the fastest way to turn into an unbeliever.
Yeah. Oh, say that again.
You keep on praying and results are not coming. It's the fastest way to turn into an unbeliever.
Because within the time period that you want, you want God to answer this miracle now. Like
you should have answered before I asked.
In fact.
Yeah, yesterday. Yeah.
God is not in a hurry, in fact. We're the ones who are usually in a hurry.
Yeah. So first, you have to get into the Word. Believe that you have what you are asking for, and then you see it manifest. And before you see it manifest, you just have to keep on seeing it. You have to keep on.
Woo! For example, let me just interrupt you kidogo. For example, you guys see this is yellow. You know it's yellow, right? If someone comes and tells you that this is black, you won't believe them, because you know that you know it's yellow. So you have to get to the point where in your faith you believe, and without any doubt, that you know what, God has said, I'm rich. Ata kama ita take 10 years, it manifest. So it's about pushing the doubt and pushing the unbelief, and you have to also make sure you surround yourself with people who are of the same faith. Kama unajua ukisema I'm rich, beshte yako hapa anasema rich ni You have to
get rid of that friend. By the way, you have to get out of that,
because it's in those times that ina poison your faith, poison your belief system. Unaanza kujiuliza, by the way, am I really rich? Did God really say I am healed? Did God really say I'm prosperous? You start doubting what the Word says. And the Word of God says that God is not a man that He should lie. Whatever He says He's gonna do.
Yes.
It's not gonna be at your time, but He's gonna do it in His time. Yeah. So about everyday faith is a lot of patience. You need patience to be able to stand within that time and say, you know what, even right now, God, I don't know how I'm gonna get through this. I don't know how I'm gonna do this, but I trust you. Faith is trusting even when you don't see it.
Yes.
Yeah.
And there's usually when we say in God's time, inakanga far away.
500 years to come.
Yeah, it usually looks like it's far away. But this is God's time.
In His perfect time.
When your faith is ripe, that's God's time.
Yeah.
So it's up to you to work on that faith, because He has given you His word, and faith cometh by hearing,
and hearing by the word of God.
So as long as you're hearing His word, faith is coming.
Yeah.
So until your faith is ripe, Sasa, you can see that thing clearly, then just know this thing is just about to happen anytime now. But if you can never see it, because remember God told Abraham, as far as you can see.
So you need to see it.
You need to see it in your mind. You need to see. That's why you're being told, write the vision down, write your dreams down, and so you can see it. You can manifest them. Like they manifest when the things have already been seen in your inner eye. Yeah. And
in the spirit.
Yes. So they become physical now. That's the meaning of manifest. Manifest.
A lot of people usually think term. That's what manifest.
What you're doing is meditation, and sometimes you're even using some other spirits that you know not of. But so they're going to manifest after they've already crystallized very well in your mind, in your spirit. Then they come out, because now you'll be speaking. Everything that you're speaking is what that thing is made of. And so the words that you're speaking are the words that are going to create what you have in your heart, in your mind, in your soul. And then very soon, everything is happening very fast. In fact, at some point things starts happening so fast.
So quick. You're like, hey? But it's because you've gotten to that point where
You've been cooking it for a while.
Yeah, sorry guys. Our storage ran out. So I was saying it's just similarly like clouds. You know, like the way clouds they gather up the moisture, they gather up, they gather up, they gather up. Like ripe, and then eventually
And they're full.
Pause.
It pours. Yeah. So that's how faith is.
Yeah.
You keep on ingesting the word, and then when it's full, manifestation. Yeah. So
Just keeps going and going and going.
yes.
So let me ask you, what would you advise to, first of all, single people? Because I know a lot of my audience, some of them are single.
Yeah.
And also there's some who are married. So
Yes.
people who are married who they just don't feel like their marriage is, they're in a happy marriage or they're in a marriage that works. And they see another relationship where, hey manze, this is how it's supposed to be, but it's not the same way in our, and then they have issues.
Yes.
So what would be your advice for that?
One, learn to listen to your partner.
Yeah, this is both ends. Yeah.
Learn to listen to your partner. When she's talking, pay attention. If you can't even write down the things that she's saying or he's saying, that you see, when she may say, I don't like this and don't like that, pay attention to that thing and then find out how you can correct what she doesn't like. Just correct your behavior so that you don't piss her off or you don't piss him off, and you guys live in a nice environment where you guys are at peace. Peace is a bedrock for a good relationship. That's what I can say. Listen to your partner. Don't listen to your partner. When your partner is telling you something, get off your phone.
I'll do better.
Get off your phone.
I'll do better.
Yeah,
I'll do better.
It's important because look at me, give me both your ears, understand, because I don't just want you to listen. I want to feel I'm being listened to.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes.
And that's important.
It's important. I want to feel I'm being listened to.
Okay.
2, ask what the other person doesn't like or what the other person likes, and then do those things that they like. Yeah, so that you can be able to make them happy, and then they'll feel like you paid attention also, and you're putting in effort to do what they like.
Yeah.
And so they feel like, okay, you care about them. That's really important. For the single people, for the married folks, let me finish with the married folks first. Pray. Have a relationship that is God-centered. Listen to the word together. Discuss the word. What do you think about this? What do you feel about this? Today I learned this, and this is what I learned. Discuss that. Have God in the center of your relationship, because God is going to make everything happen. God is going to give you peace. He's going to fill your relationship with love. He's the one who's going to bring finances to you guys. So you also have to give yourself to Him fully. He's the one who's going to give everything that your children need. Your children are going to grow up in discipline, because even you have discipline with God. Without God in your relationship, this thing is not going to work as well as it should. There are relationships which don't have God, and they are working okay. They're not working great, and what you want is a great relationship.
Perfect.
Because at some point these things can break, and God is very good to keep things together.
But let me say something. There are people who, for example, the wife she knows God, but the husband doesn't, or vice versa. In that situation, you as a partner who knows God or has a relationship with Him, it doesn't have to be perfect. You can build up. You have a relationship with God, but your spouse doesn't. Keep praying for them. Keep asking God to bring them back, and to just plant in them that desire to be able to know Him and to want to know Him, and to be able to want to have a relationship with Him. Because even the Bible says that for the wife who prays for the husband who doesn't know Him, he can be pardoned.
Can be the partner is made holy. So the partner is separated from the world because of that. Be nice to that person, because your niceness to that person is what is going to win them over.
It's not always easy though.
It's not easy, but you have God.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have God. He should be able to help you. I mean, he's able to help you. You should be able to receive that help. He's going to show you how to get around these things. There's nothing too difficult for God. Yeah. And for the single people, if you're going to start dating someone, please define your relationship.
Oof.
Yeah,
Define your
define your
relationship.
relationship. Let them know, like, we're just friends. I don't want to date. I just want to have fun. Tell a girl. And a girl, if a guy tells you he wants to have fun,
You better know what that is. Top.
okay. You're not to be test driven like Toyota Kenya cars. Apana.
And kwanza, I get that issue a lot. You know, because I've shared my story about how I got pregnant at 19 and I became a teen mom really, really early. Obviously, really early because of teen mom. Anyway, so I usually get a lot of messages and DMs from girls telling me, "Oh, I'm 19, I'm pregnant. What do I do? Oh, I'm 16." My heart usually goes out to them so much because I feel like I wish we would have prevented it even before.
Yeah.
Because you see, ours is the exception. We actually loved each other. But how many relationships out there, it's a
You
one
guys were
night
just
stand, or
having
you're just
fun.
having fun and then
Yeah.
you end up pregnant.
Yeah.
You don't know this guy. In fact, it's not even somebody, even a girl, it's not even somebody who you see yourself long term with and you immediately regret.
Yes.
Guys, if you're listening to me and you're not yet you don't have babies, or you know you're still single, just please take it from me.
Leave it.
Leave it.
Leave it alone. Yeah.
You don't want to get pregnant
alone.
and then now you are in your teens, you are in your 20s. It doesn't even have to be teens. You're in your 20s and you parenthood is such a multi-dimensional thing that in here, it's not even about diapers. In here, mental, it needs so much mental maturity, mental capability, and not just that. It's important to have somebody to support. So make sure even when you're choosing your partner, uangali tu nani tunaweza enda rave na yeye, nani tunaweza enda out na yeye. Are you looking at it in terms of the long term? If you got pregnant with this guy, God forbid that you got pregnant with this guy, but if you did, what would be his reaction? And would he be able to hold you down and say, you know what, babe? Okay, this has happened, so let's do the right thing. Are you guys gonna get married soon? Are you guys gonna step it up and now be parents and now take on the responsibility? Because let me tell you, and this is something that people don't usually talk about enough, once you get a kid, your whole life changes.
There's no going back.
There's
no going back. I know some people are not usually responsible.
Yeah, some people it's life as usual. But for you who choose to be responsible and to actually be in that child's life everything changes, manzi. Like your friends are no longer the kind of the same friends that you have. I have a lot of people who we were friends that now we're not friends, not because I'm bad or they are bad or anything happened. It's just that the dynamic of our lives changed. Now I'm a mom. Now my priorities are different. Now mimi naanza kufikiria diapers na maziwa, na I need to get home early, na sapa inapikwa sangapi, have kids slept early, they need to go to school, we gotta start thinking about school fees, we gotta start thinking about education policies. Why?
Things will change, man.
Gosh.
Yeah. So demand accountability from your boyfriend. Demand
yeah.
accountability from your girlfriend. Ask her, where are we going with this? Are we going to date for a short while? Are you ever thinking about marriage? What kind of marriage partner are you looking for?
Yeah.
Because there's no time. There's no time to waste by the yeah.
Start looking at the hair strands.
Wachana nazo by the yes. Look at the hair strands. Muulize, ulipata nini? But you know what? Some people are tested on the wrong thing.
Yeah.
I heard there was someone who, the guy is a really good artist. He can draw really nicely. Oh no, he's a really good rapper.
Okay.
But he failed KCSE.
Okay.
He was being tested on the wrong thing.
Okay.
This guy is an artist. Mnaenda kumfundisha maths na GHC na CR.
Can tell how old he is.
Oh, mko social studies. Sorry. What was GHC?
Ikona. Then you may attend.
Yeah. Have your kids know what you're good at. Pursue what you're good at. If you don't know what you're good at, pursue what makes money. Look for a career first. Build your career first before you try and build a relationship. If you're already in a relationship, both of you help each other towards your careers. It's good to support each other. Very, very good to support each other. So define this relationship, and then
also you need to think about the characteristics of your partner. For example, angalia long term.
Yeah.
So on him same when you guys get kids, and then like talk about such things, especially like when you're looking to get into like the marriage phase. Talk about your belief systems. Yes. What do you believe in? Because when you get kids, you have to teach them something. Yeah. So if both of you are divided, what are you going to be teaching them?
How did you grow up? What do you feel about
this and this?
Yeah.
What
are
is
women
your opinion
supposed to
about?
Stay in the kitchen?
Yeah, like but they have these conversations are so important. Talk about finances.
Finances. What to skip?
I feel like we also skipped finances.
Yeah.
But the good thing is we were at a place in our relationship where tulielewana tu mazi tukwa tuna struggle. So when I was struggling, you held me down. And vice versa,
Yes.
Talk about finances. Yeah. Talk about
what are your saving habits?
What are your
investment habits?
Yeah. Talk about, okay, so how many kids do we want? Okay, so what do we do? Like, there's so many intricacies about relationships and about when you get married and when you have kids, and now when it's a lot. You need to be able to be on the same page with somebody. Ndo mjue hata uko mbeleni amtakuja mwanze ku argue na ku butt heads about certain things.
Some guys get repelled by a woman who asks about money. Bro, that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to provide. If a lady is asking about money, she really wants to know, are you a provider?
But some
people
girls,
are extreme.
Some girls they just want to know if can you support me, and which I understand. Yeah. But at the same time, girls, my ladies out there, it's important that you have your own money. Let me tell you, it's important. Yani akunanga kitu tamu kama kukula pesa yako. I started working when I was, I think, 19, or is it 20? No.
19,
Before 18. 18. Is it 18 or 17? Because I started working in fast. No. I started working because I used to also go and do like Safaricom ads, and I used to like do auditions in there even before I joined 18. Uni. So maybe 17, 18 there.
Annually maliza shule, high school 16.
Yeah, nilimazanga high school early. So so it's important ukwena something. And even like, for example, maybe you're a single mom and you don't know what to do, and you're in this situation. What I can advise is try and look for someone, for example, to be able to look after your child, somebody who is trustworthy, and then you try and see how you can go out there and hustle and get, like money provision. Because the truth of the matter is these kids grow up so fast. Atakuwa like 6 months forever, by the way. They'll grow up and they'll become big and they'll become independent. So also make sure that even as you are building them up and as you are raising them up, you're also ujaji dulumu. Yeah. Like, just make sure also, if you're able to go to school, advance yourself. Make sure that you're thinking about, okay, right now, I'm in school, we are struggling a little bit for like this 3-4 years, but after that I'll be able to get a nice job that will be able to pay this, and you'll be able to advance from this season. So yeah, also find somebody who can think long term. Si ati tu kesho tunaenda revu wapi kesho. No. If this is actually a serious partner that you want to have a long life commitment with, I know these are cliche questions, but what is your 5-year goal? Come on, tell me.
And transparency is really key.
It is really
someone
key.
Who can tell you this is how much I earn, and someone who can't tell you this is how much I earn by the red flag. But I feel, no, is it really a red flag? I feel like there's, especially if you're still getting to know each other, baby. Okay.
And you don't know if this girl is just trying to use you for your money.
Kama mnaishi pamoja tayari, maybe you have a child together, and you don't know what your husband does or what your wife does. It's important, man. Transparency in a relationship is really, really key.
It is.
Yeah.
Anyway, guys. I think we're going to wrap the video right here. I hope you guys really enjoyed, and we were able to dissect and show you guys that our relationship hasn't always been roses and lilies, that we have had our fair share of, problems, but to may soldier on. Mostly it's me who has soldiered on. Me. Sam Makitu.
Maybe I'm a new creature, that's all I know. I'm a new creature.
Whenever you ask him anything about his past life, he's like, you know what? That was before I got saved. I am now a new creature. That old man is dead. But yeah, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed, and let us know in the comment section which other topics you would like us to discuss. We really enjoy sharing our lives and sharing our experiences with you, if it means that somebody out there gets to be helped and and gets to learn something from us. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and also subscribe to our videos, to our channel. And please, again, let us know in the comment section what you would like us to discuss, because kabla tufanye video, we were like, what are we going to talk about?
Yeah,
because people kept saying in our last video, we want more of this, but then we're like, crickets, we don't know what we want to do.
Isn't there a girl who asked me about speaking in tongues, and then I lost that message about if we do speak in tongues?
But we should definitely do it. Yeah,
so
we should
we'll
definitely
talk about
do it.
that. Yeah.
But thank you guys so much for the support so far, and for all the positive feedback and all the feedback in general. We do appreciate it. And I think this life is all about just learning from each other. If I have gone through this hole, and I'm telling you, if you go through this way, you're gonna fall into this hole. You don't have to also go through that. Like, life is about learning from each other's experiences, so that we can be better people without having to experience that thing that you have experienced. Yes. So yeah, thank you so much for watching again, and we'll see you guys next time. And yeah, God loves you. Bye, guys.